Good afternoon, everybody. Shayna Ricker here from Girlfriend's Guide to Network Marketing. Happy Friday. The week is already over and it's going into almost to be Halloween here. So actually the month is almost over. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic month. And you still have 3 full days to close your month strong. So if you're working towards a goal or you're working towards something for this month, don't stop. You still have lots of time left to complete that. So really, give it your all. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about the differences between pushiness and persistence. And I get this a lot when I'm working with my team members or when I'm talking to people in this business or I'm coaching with people that, they're worried about being pushy. They don't want to be pushy. And so I wanted to clarify, in my opinion, what I see as being pushy and then what I see as being persistent, because I do believe in this business. I mean, we are in the business of network marketing. We are in the business of having to ask people to do something, to try our product or to take a look at our opportunity. We need something from people to be able to make this business work. So we do have to reach out to people. We do have to send emails. We have to make phone calls. We have to send text messages. And because our prospects that are out there in the world, they're busy, right? They're being inundated with all kinds of people asking them for things throughout the course of a day, right? So whether they're watching TV and it's a commercial they're watching, they're being asked to, buy a product or take a look at this or buy a Ford, or, they don't realize even subconsciously they're being asked to look at things and do things all day long. So as being a network marketer and being another person that's out there asking them to look at something, hey, Chandra, how are you? Asking people to look at something, we have to know that we need to be persistent in this business, because when we ask somebody or talk to somebody once, as much as they might not have even heard the message or seen the message, and we're not always top of mind for them. So we need to be persistent in this business. But I feel that there's a difference between being pushy and being persistent. So I wanted to touch on both of those. And so, and I have actually a couple of clients that I can say that I am persistent with, because I know that when I'm persistent with them and I'm touching base with them on a regular basis, I know that when the timing is right for them, they come back to me, they call me or they return one of my messages and they say, thank you so much for being persistent, because I do need some stuff. And, because you keep reminding me, I finally was able to get back to you, when it was convenient for me. So we do have to be persistent to try and keep us on top of our clients' mindsets. Now, being pushy, I think is not appropriate in this business. And I'm going to share the differences. So pushy, when people are pushy, first of all, I truly believe that if you are worried about being pushy, that you're not pushy, because pushy people don't know that they're pushy, in my opinion. I don't think pushy people realize that they're being pushy. And if you're concerned about that and you're worried about that, that instantly tells me that you're not a pushy person, because you're caring about them more than you're caring about your agenda. And that's how I feel. I feel pushy. When people are really pushy, it's more about them. It's not about the client or the customer or the prospect. They're making it about them. When you're persistent, it's more about the client. You're just wanting to make sure that they're getting their needs met. So you wanting to remind them, and you want to be consistent with those reminders so that you can stay top of mind for them when they're ready. So pushiness is also aggressive. Pushy people don't know, like for me to be persistent with somebody, I may message them, this week and follow up with them to see how they're doing with their stuff. And if they don't, get back to me right away, or they say, I haven't had a chance to look, I'll give them a few days, maybe even a week. Pushy people wouldn't do that. They would message them like 3 hours later going, have you checked yet? Like, do you need more stuff? Like, come on, I'm asking you, I've got orders going in tomorrow. I need to know. That's about them, not about the client, right? So being pushy is more aggressive, where being persistent, you're showing good business ethics. Like you're concerned about the client. You're being assertive, but you're not being aggressive. Persistence will grow your business when it's done right. Pushiness will not. Pushiness will actually push people away. They will not want to do business with you. Pushiness will actually lose business. And to me, pushiness comes from a place of lack. And I've talked about this before in other trainings where if it's all about you and your agenda and you're being pushy, that's because you're worried that you're not going to get something, or that you're trying to fulfill something for yourself and that you don't feel like there's enough to go around. And so you're trying to be aggressive and get all these people. That to me is coming from a place of lack. We always want to come from a place of abundance. There's more than enough people out there. And I'm not looking for people unless they're looking for me. So I will be persistent with somebody. I will make sure, if the timing's not right now, then I'll put them in to follow up in a couple of weeks and see if the timing's better then. That's being persistent. Not pushiness is trying to get people to do something for you, not doing it when the timing is right for the client, I guess is kind of where I'm saying. And so I really want you to not worry so much. If you're one of those people that's out there right now and you're really concerned that you're being too pushy with people, take that as a sign that you're most likely not being pushy, because you wouldn't, if you're concerned about that, then that tells me that you're not a pushy person, if that makes any sense. I find that the people who are aggressive and pushy with me, they don't even realize that they're doing it, and they're coming at me so many times that I actually am just like, I shut them off completely and I don't do anything with them. Persistence, the whole reason I'm in this business, you guys, is because my upline was persistent. It took her 6 months, or maybe not 6 months, I think it was like 4 months of connecting with me and checking in and seeing if the timing was right before I finally was able to say yes. And that's because she was persistent. She wasn't pushy. She didn't message me every day saying, can we meet today? Are you busy today? I want to show you my stuff today. It's about her. It wasn't about her at all. It was about me. She was waiting for the timing to be right for me. And it was right eventually. It just wasn't right in May. I joined my business in August. That's how long it took her, being persistent with me, checking in, seeing if this was a better week for me, blah, 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 to see until I was ready, right? So pushy people don't do that. They don't realize that. They just keep going at it until finally the person just walks away and they don't hear anything anymore, and then they move on. And that's the thing, right, you guys? I've already said this before. We're in the business of looking for people who are looking for us. So if somebody's not interested, that's okay. Move them aside for right now. Check back with them in a couple of weeks or maybe a couple of months and move on to somebody else, and talk to somebody else and see and find the people who are ready now. Because you never know when the timing is going to be right. And that's why we need to be persistent in this business, because somebody might be a no right now, but in 3 months from now, they might be a yes. Something may have changed in their lives. And if we're persistent and checking in and keeping that relationship going, 3 months down the road saying, hey, I don't know if this is better timing for you, but would you maybe today have some time to take a look at this opportunity? I know we talked about this before. That's when you're going to find people who are going to say yes, because they're going to go, you know what, this is a better time for me. And I appreciate that you weren't pushy and tried to push this down my throat when it wasn't my time or it wasn't ready for me. So it's about really just being persistent in this business. And I like to say pleasantly persistent. You always want to add a little sugar to everything you do, and just keep the relationships going with your clients and your prospects. Like I say, I have clients who I'll message every 3 months. They may not message me back at that time, but when I do message them, when it's right for them, they do call me back and they give me their orders and everything's great. And they always thank me for always checking in. So being that persistent in follow-up as well. So that's it for me today, you guys. I hope this Friday message helped you, stay persistent in what you're doing, but do it with good business ethics, and, give people their space. Keep in touch with them. Don't be pushy. Don't be aggressive with your approaches, because it will push people away. You have to remember, people are busy. We want to keep top of mind, but we don't want to be aggressive in the sense that we're going to push them away from us. So I hope that helps you. So that's it for me today, you guys. Happy Friday. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful weather we have here today in London, Ontario. It's actually sunny, a little cool, but sunny. And happy Halloween. On Monday is Halloween. I may be doing my video with a costume on. I don't know. We'll see. See if I get creative and do my training video with some sort of costume. I'll dig out of my kids' costume basket and see what I can find. But I hope that you guys have a great weekend. Thanks so much for joining me, Monique and Elisa. I thank you for that. I appreciate your comments. If you find this helpful, tag your team members in it. And I'm working on a lot of good stuff for you guys. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes at Girlfriend's Guide right now. If you haven't received the Be a Facebook Live Super Superstar document. You can get that from my website right now at www.gg2nwm.com. You can start doing Facebook Lives like this with me. But we're working on some other exciting things. I got a new website in the works. I got all kinds of fun stuff going on behind the scenes. So I can't wait to share all that with you guys. But it's still in the working phases. So if I seem to be doing a little less videoing in this next couple of weeks, it's because I'm super busy working on some new projects for you all. So that's it for me. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great weekend and get out there and be persistent in your business, not pushy. Okay? Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.